Did I make a mistake on Thursday? Did I FOMO in? Did I ape in into altcoins and EGLD without thinking? Because as you can see on Thursday, or as you could see on Thursday, I bought for at least $1,000. And yesterday when everything dipped, I was thinking, did I do something which goes against my own plan, against my own rules, not trying to catch a runaway train? And should I change anything in my strategy? Now, if I think back, I would say this decision was 15% emotional and 85% DCA. And why is that? Well, I will explain to you in the charts right now. As you can see, Bitcoin is at 24,500 and something. We touched the 25,000 on Thursday. We came down to the 23,000 something, give or take, and now we are back at the 24,500. Some alts are going up, some alts are flying, if we can call this flying, but obviously the market is in a good condition. The market is healthy as we speak. Now, on Thursday, I bought everything when it was near the top, the local top, which is the 25,000 something, and after that, when everything dipped down to the 23,000, I was starting to think whether I should have waited. Because as I said many times, right now I am not aping in, I'm not FOMOing in, I'm not buying in a big masses, I'm trying to DCA each month. And usually I buy Bitcoin, I buy Ethereum, I buy EGLD. Now I stopped with Ethereum because some staked Ethereum will be released and maybe we will see some dips, but I continued with Bitcoin, EGLD, I bought some Matic. Now, if we look at Bitcoin, we can see that we are at a resistance, a very strong one. In the meantime, the golden cross just happened, okay? The 200-day moving average just crossed the 50-day moving average. This is a simple average. And if you want the same here, I didn't put the cross here. There is an indicator. You just write in golden cross. I wrote gold fan. Golden cross. And you will have a lot of selections of which you can apply to your chart. Now let's go forward. Now Bitcoin is facing a huge resistance, and there is also another theory of Wyckoff, which is the Wyckoff accumulation. Now Wyckoff accumulation would mean that we either gonna pump from here with small stops, or we go down below the previous bottom, which was 15,500. And from here a spring will happen, and from there we start to accumulate again. Now I don't say that this could not happen, and I don't say that this was or wasn't the spring. I am 100% sure that right now we are in an accumulation phase. We can see from everywhere that from banks to institutions, they are buying in, they are interested, and they consider Bitcoin as an asset. Therefore, I'm sure that at one point we will have some huge rallies. Now the question is, will that happen this year or not? And to answer that question, I don't think that that will happen this year. I don't think that we will go to all-time high this year. And Save with Crypto had a very interesting theory about Bitcoin and it going to 680,000 from simply applying a trend line, which can also happen, obviously. Let's not forget that the DXY, which is the dollar strength, right now is kind of pumping, okay, but it came out from this rising wedge, which is obviously bearish, and Bitcoin pumped with the dollar. So the rules and the laws of trades and market was turned somehow upside down, because I did not expect that. Therefore, why couldn't we have a good pump on Bitcoin as well? Now, the only thing which I can think of right now is relief rallies or bear market rallies. We could see one until summer maybe. We could see one until next week or until next month or until the end of the year. But one thing is 100% sure. People are getting fired and unemployment is rising. Two options there. One, the market already priced that in. Second option, they will not be able to pay their credits, they will not be able to pay their mortgages, and the economy will collapse again. That is the recession. That will be the next big crash, the big black swan event. And for that moment, it is always good to have cash. So what we do here? Are we going to continuously DCA buy in, or are we going to keep our money under the pillow and wait and hope for a crash, which is not 100% sure that it will happen? Now, inflation was slowing down a bit, but not fast enough. And this month we could see on the CPI that the slowdown of the inflation is also slowing down. that the inflation decrease is kind of stopping, which will motivate the Fed to increase the rate hikes. Maybe we will go back to the 0.5% increase per quarter, which will have a toll on the market. I can guarantee you, I don't think that we will pump after the Fed just pumps up the rate hikes. I don't think that. Therefore, this is a very narrow line which we need to walk, and we need to make some very important and also risky, on the other hand, opportunistic decisions. And that was the decision which I took on Thursday. Now, if we look at Ethereum, we can see that Ethereum finally is out of the triangle. As I said before, when we were out of the triangle, I said that, okay, we need the confirmation, and then Ethereum just crashed back, which I said, this is not good news, no bueno. After that, it just pumped out again, and now we have this red candle, and if this red candle doesn't go back into the triangle, it maybe confirms here, does something like this and starts to pump, that will be a huge confirmation that Bitcoin will probably follow, because Ethereum, as they say, leads the way. Now, we don't know whether Bitcoin was catching up to Ethereum or Ethereum was catching up to Bitcoin. I experienced that Ethereum was catching up. However, it doesn't really matter. If Ethereum is bullish, if it confirms the triangle, probably the altcoins, probably Bitcoin will also pump. Obviously, you could say that it is very easy for me to speak right now because EGLD is at 50 something and I bought at 48 on Thursday, and ZoidPay also went up like 3-4%, Ride also went up like 2% or 5%, something like that. Therefore, this video could have been very different yesterday. But the reason I didn't make this video yesterday is because I wanted to wait out what happens. And make no mistake, this can be easily a double top, something which we've seen at 160 back in 2021. Therefore, I urge you to buy and sell with caution. I urge you to take care of your trades, have a very, very good risk assessment and a very good risk management, because I think in the upcoming weeks that will be crucial, especially just before the FOMC meeting. Now, my price target for EGLD is 58, as you can see here on this blue line. We broke out from the 45. We had some good news. Obviously, the Tencent, the AI partnership was announced that pushed the price up. We had nice volume here. I don't know if you can see it. Yes, you can. We had nice volume, and from there we have a consistent one which is above or higher than the ones before. Obviously, that is fueling the price. I am happy to see that. I am convinced that EGLD will continue some climb, considering the market will also pump and Bitcoin will not crash back to 21K, which is also in the cards. So I know that I am saying a lot of ifs here, but this is what we are facing right now, because this is not a confirmation on support. This is hold your breath just at the resistance and let's see what is going to happen. Are we correcting or are we pushing through? Now, what am I buying and what I've decided to buy to fill my bags and to start to DCA. Now, that doesn't mean that I will take all the money which I want to invest and put it in this one coin. It means that I put 1/3 of the amount of money which I want to invest in crypto, and that is Matic. I think Matic is very strong. I'm expecting it to come back to this level because right now it just entered again in this cluster of volume, this resistance, and I do think that we will see some sideways here. So as soon as it comes down just a bit, I will buy in and I will start to accumulate. I think Matic is one of the strongest layer one, if we can call it layer one, altcoin which we can have on the market. Therefore, next to my EGLD accumulation, which I am mostly over with, but I still buy sometimes when I see a good price. I think Matic is my number 2, and I want to increase my bags, my portfolio in Matic. I want to increase my exposure because it has been very strong in the bear market, and I think it will be very strong in the bull market. I don't expect 100x, but I do expect a 20-30x, which obviously is not a get rich quick scheme or strategy. However, it is a good gains, lower risk strategy. So higher risk than Bitcoin, but much bigger gains than Bitcoin. It's good to have all kind of assets in your portfolio, in your crypto portfolio. So let me know what you think, subscribe if you like the content, and obviously I will see you in my next video. Take care.